question 11 from the Unit 2 higher paper on March 2011, and we are expanding, factorising and doing a bit of simplifying. So for the first question, part A, it's looking at expanding one bracket which has 3 being multiplied by it. So we multiply everything inside by 3. So 3 times x and 3 times 2. Now for this one we're going to do the opposite process. We're going to factorise. Now what we're looking for is common factors in both. Now while 2 goes into both 12 and 18, there's a higher factor that goes into both, and in fact that is 6. And there's also an x in both. There's only an x in this one. There's an x cubed in this one, but there's got to be in both. There's an x in both and there's a y in both. And what does that leave us with? Well, if we're going to multiply 6xy by something to get this, then we have to multiply it by 2 to get the 12. We have to multiply an x squared to get the x cubed, and the y on the outside when we multiply that will give us the y in there. It's going to be negative because we've got a positive outside the bracket and we want to end up with a negative, so we've got negative 3 will give us the negative 18 on the front. X will contribute to the x inside. We've got a y here, but we need a y squared when we expand it, so we're going to get that. So we've got 6xy and then 2x squared minus 3y inside. Now don't forget, you can always check your answers to factorising questions by expanding, and you should end up with what you're given in the question. So always check by expanding, and let's just do that. 6 times 2 is 12 x cubed y, 12 x cubed y, and 6 times 3 is 18 x y squared. Superb. Okay, next question, expand and simplify. This is a double bracket, so we're going to need to do 2x times x, which is 2x squared. We're going to need to do 2x times 4, which is 8x, minus 3 times x. So basically everything in the one bracket multiplied by everything in the other, and finally minus 3 times 4. This particular method is called the claw. Can't see why. And it says expand, we've done that bit, but we've also got to simplify, and that's because there are 2 x terms in the middle here which we can bring together. So you'll end up with plus 5x minus 12. Finally, got a simplify question, and note here you're multiplying the two terms. So if we just do it term by term, if we start with the numbers, 5 times 2 is 10, x to the power 4 times x to the power 3, well that's 7x is multiplied together all together, and y cubed times y squared, y to the power 5.